Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. I kind of messed up my footage when usually I hop back on here right away and then get straight to the material. But today I was on Rumble, Kick, and a couple of other places. And what happened was I was going through a list of things that I have to do in my head. And I had to position my emails just right. And I had to up open Apple Podcasts. I had to open Spotify for creators. I had to open Matchmaker. Um, where's Apple? Okay, Apple and Spotify are the ones I'm going to do today. This is multiple things I'm going to be doing. And I want to take the interview from Mr. I believe his last name is Vetting, and make sure I put it on those three places. And send him an email about the Better Business Bureau. All this confirmation codes. If it wasn't, it would be just like uh bear with me, y'all. I'm uploading. It's loading. It's 2026 and it's loading like this. And it's my internet. It's not the people. They cannot seriously do this. I don't think so. It's just Wi-Fi. Okay, I opened that up and let me find Victor. I think his name. Give me a second because this is proprietary. Breading. Yeah, breading. Sorry. Okay. Okay, now I can show you guys. I got positioning everything. I may need that, so leave that. First, before we get to him, what we're going to do is go on to Matchmaker and respond, reply, and tweak the the stuff I need to do. We need to tweak the formal introduction of me. We need to make sure we answer everyone, whether just leave the people that don't care where they are, but answer the people that are interested. That's as simple as it goes. And I pray for those, that have a meltdown. And moving on, talk to the ones that are interested in my talent. And that's all I want. That's all I want. Because I know I'm worth a conversation. If you cannot give me a conversation, then something is seriously wrong with you. Texting have been out since beepers. Okay, let's start. Okay. We're going to start with Christopher. Okay. Sorry. We need to tweak it. My apologies. Dot, dot, dot. We made mistakes sometimes. If you read further, passively speaking, well, how can I? Submissively speaking, comma. Is both of these things on? Let me make sure. Okay. You would see I included my video of the man who specializes in TMS, is it? Oh God. Zoom in. Is it no? It's not traumatic brain injury. It's transcranial magnetic stimulation. Confusing, right? I I let them spell that. Okay. Comma, Dr. Kent. I interviewed him. My apologies. I'm actually doing a show on tweaking my intro to my leads. Sorry about this. Yes. Let's read what he said. Well, I see, before I read it, hold on. I skimmed real quick. I love doing that, but I'm gonna read it. I got to read it. It would be so stupid not to. Any anyone who wants to talk about artificial intelligence is my kind of person. No matter the background. I appreciate this. And your bio. Now I can read. Okay, here we go. Thank you for reaching out and the invitation. I appreciate your interest in my work. I did notice that your email referenced expertise in transcranial magnetic stimulation, which is not my actual, which is not actually my area of focus. My work is centered on artificial intelligence, ethics, theology. Um, I have 100 questions with ethics, organizational leadership. In my recent book, The Church Leader's Guide to Artificial Intelligence. That is crazy mind blowing. Before scheduling, would you mind sharing a bit more information about your audience, average downloads? And let me be honest. And my downloads are low. However, I've interviewed a lot of people, over 1,000 people, and I have over thousands of hours worth of footage, and my work speaks for itself. Have you ever had to compensate for something lacking? I have. I make sure I have something no one has yet. My Library of Congress access. That is one reel for life. Your family's family life to watch. And maybe one day bring you back. Kinda. Well, we haven't gotten there yet. It's still sci-fi. I put you on to 14 different platforms simultaneously. I am going to copy and paste this. There's no way I'm going to read it and then I'm going to leave a little work for Grok, but it's no way. I won't leave him hanging like that. I'll put you on to 14 different platforms simultaneously, different major platforms. I can put you onto another couple of extra exposure options, such as DCTV and Manhattan Neighborhood Network, local programming, but your story gets out there to more audience. I, yeah, don't even say it. Just say it. I, well, let me know if you are still interested. If so, please send your bio and pic to the Kimberly Cloud Show. And let me know what you want to proceed to do. Okay, it's not that bad, is it? Whoa. Well, at least you showed me how it's spelled. Thank you for reaching out in the generous invitation. I appreciate the warmth, energy, and intention behind your message, as well as the care you bring to creating uplifting conversations with your guests. Okay, I want to know. See, what I do is this: the goal. If I intimately put time and effort, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put time and effort into your leads, whether they're paying or not. It, to me, it's not really, it's always about getting paid, but it's also, number one, that's not the first thing it's about. It's actually, what it's about is creating what he says I do. Like, Apple wouldn't be Apple if Apple was just giving away computers. Every computer is accounted for and paid for, and the ones that don't get recycled because they didn't make the cut. I'm just kidding. Oh my God, I'm gonna pay for that one. I just want to have them included. You know, you don't mess with computers like that. I appreciate the warmth, energy, and intention behind your message, as well as the care you bring to creating uplifting conversations with your guests. Okay, I hope it don't go negative, but we're going to see. That's true. I have to answer that question, what gets me curious to want to understand him. He's curious to he's seen my show. She, he, whoever. Some I don't even know yet. But I do know that they saw my show and they're curious. So cool. Cool. I like that. Okay. Wow. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Understood. Okay. So tell me this. I get it. I have to personally write everywhere. I get it. You want someone on the level of speaking dialogue. Let's zoom in about their therapeutic. I get that in a second. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. You want some? Okay, perfect. You want some on the level of speaking dialogue about therapeutic um formulation, like you said, in your words. In my interpretation, this means talking about therapeutic vocabulary that sort of like DSM-5 type dialogue, verbiage. I know that's how you spell it. Now, I did not go to college for this deep for this. However, you intrigue my interest in this vocabulary, virgin vocabulary that some I know, but not this particular. However, however, what if we could make some sort of special show for you, complimenting your go back up. Oh my God. Go back up. Go back up. Got it. One at a time, one at a time, one at a time. It's BH. Oh my God, don't do this to me right now. Oh. Mm-mm. Okay. But it was scrolling up before it got a malfunction. It's a certain way you gotta hit it. This really. Anyway, let me try to think of the question. Mm. I can't think of it. Oh my God. Give me a second. LOL. I have to scroll up and it's malfunctioning. So I need to send this. Hold on. There it is. How do you envision this interaction reaching the core mental health community we engage with who are seeking these professional info? Believe everyone needs mental health. You know, you know, I was told today that I'm a little off. At first, I started to say something like, how? Or why do you feel that way? Yes, honestly, no one wants to feel like someone is downplaying them or dismissing their brain as less than or no numerical value in this world. However, I thought about it hard, analyzed it, and said, leave people where they are. If someone doesn't have a degree in medicine, telling you a diagnosis of something that even in your psychiatric chart doesn't state, or DSM-5 doesn't state off. That's, you know, that's incompetence. No one, not even a doctor, because of what we lack or have gained emotion, can tell me who I am. I've learned over the years who I was. I just want you to know my mental health is stable with proper medications. I love what you guys are doing. I get to probe someone in your camp about new verbiage and new stuff that some people never heard before. I am very interested in everything I do. Thank you for the opportunity. This has numbers and value behind it. This adds education to your new vocabulary that I have never heard of. I know what therapy is, but that combination just says, wow. I'm eager to hear from you. Oh, I did it again. No. Why you keep doing this to me? Hold on, let me see if I could do it this way. I think I know how. I know what I did. That's the problem. Okay, move this. that I'm a little off by a stranger. Nevertheless, at first I started to say something like, how? Off as in suicidal, homicidal. How? Because I stated I cared more about my followers doing my job every day versus wasting money to dump it down a toilet 12 hours later. Then I asked, why do you feel that way? I wanted to ask, why do you feel that way? This re quote unquote rejection situation had me puzzled. Yes, honestly, no one wants to feel like someone is downplaying them or dismissing their brain as less than or no numerical value in this work world we live in. However, I thought about it heavily because that's what our brains do. Rejection. Now I analyze it and I leave people where they are. If someone doesn't have a degree in medicine or therapy, social work, no, social work, psychology, medicine, even top secret mental health medicine. And they are telling you a diet of something that even psychiatrist chart doesn't state, or the DSM-5 doesn't state off. I cannot recall something having a definition of off. Maybe con- a connected, a connection of a definition. But just off, when stuff like that doesn't make sense, it makes me feel there's incompetence involved. Once a positive, honest explanation was given, why get mad and reject? But I handled it well. I stood my ground, apologized, and blocked. I analyze and see the world differently. So I can resonate with the vocabulary. Resonate. I'm going too far. Just leave that alone. No, it's not right there. It's right here. A Democratic doctor is not going to treat a patient that is Republican with respect. People go to who they pledge their affiliation to. They would never go to the opposite opponent state. That would be ugly. I just want you to know that my mental health is stable with proper medications. I love what you guys are doing. I get to probe someone in your camp about new verbiage and new stuff that some people never heard before. I'm very interested in everything I do. Thank you for the opportunity. This has number and value behind it. This adds education to your new vocabulary that I have never heard of to my collection, and with your new modern, let's just say modern. Okay, Audrey, just know that I'm here. Take care. X. Oh, zoom in. Oh, X. Not C. X. How did I get a C? I'm here. Okay, Audrey, just know I'm here. Take care. Okay. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for the information. Before I make, can you tell me a little bit more? Okay. Okay. Like I stated before, my numbers statistically on the Google charts and Grok AI charts are low. However, know this. I've been doing this for roughly 6 challenging years. I've interviewed people from Italy, all through the USA. What else? Oh my God. Hawaii. I know Hawaii is one. Indian. India. Panama. I think. Is it Panama City? Okay, I know his name. What is Richard Blank living at? I interviewed him uh years ago. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Richard Blank. Costa Rica. Where am I at? I'm at Matchmaker. Costa Rica. And many other places. I feel and take pride in what I do. I'm not perfect, still growing, but this makes me happy. I like to make people happy. I am working on leaving negativity and praying for it and moving on. So I cannot guarantee you will not catch a bad, honest day video. However, my raw interview videos you should watch. That's the material that I want you to see. I may not statistically have the numbers, but my interviews have been over 6 years worth, 96% successful. Even when there was possible awkwardness. I gave and my all and did my job. I want you to know me. This isn't AI, but it is. But it's me. Brock is going to rewrite this. I'm in my words. So I want you to know that I'm professional. I have thousands of hours of footage, 14 platforms, major platforms. And I can put you on to DCTV, and I had Neighborhood Network and the Library of Congress for life. That's what I offer. The full package at certain pricing. If you cannot pay, it's okay, because your story is worth it. You ask me what your story is about, I don't know. Hold up. Hold up. I think I'm gonna do this my way, because Brock he's gonna be like, what is she saying? Dot 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 dot. He's gonna be like, he's gonna be short circuit on dots. He's just dot dot. You asked me what your story is about. I do not know. Hold up. Dot, dot, dot. So, look, I hit a plateau, as you call it. I cannot read what your story is. I send generic intros, like I told the last guest. When you finally send me your bio and picture, I then seal it in my brain, reading the material, if that makes any sense. Once a contract, a verbal or written contract is brought, non-formal, of course, then the process I read it. I've done this too long. I used to get burnt from certain guests that I would promote in the weeks to come to only be stood up. I base my shows off of this. I'm doing a show right now on this. I can't believe I'm writing this, man. I just wanted to sound sincere because people be thinking I'm not sincere. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be sending if if you are ready for the next step, we can proceed. However, if you feel it's not a good fit, I'm not mad. Either way, you entertained it, and that's what it's about. Okay. Like I stated before, my number of statistics, how did, like I stated, my number statistically on the Google, my numbers, that's what okay. My numbers, statistically on the Google charts and Grok AI charts are low. However, I know this. I've been doing this for roughly 6 challenging years. I've interviewed people from Italy, all through the USA, Hawaii, which is a part of the USA, so take that out. India, Costa Rica. Is Costa Rica part of the United States? I think so. I think so. I think so. Mm. I know it's not, but I just want to be sure. Because I know the Virgin Islands is certain, the main states, I just know. It's it's Costa Rica, uh, and U.S. state. Because the Virgin Islands, you can go to. Okay. What is the Virgin? I'm getting it confused. That's what it is. Is it because military bases are on there? Is there American bases on Costa Rica? That's where I'm getting confused. See, I know I wasn't going crazy. Okay. It is unincorporated United States territory, which means it's a part, but it's not the United States. That's why I thought Costa Rica was another word for Virgin Island. I've never been to these places, so it's even harder to imagine that. It's not that I didn't know, but yeah. Okay, okay, okay. After I do write everybody and tweak it, I'm gonna get off of here and then do a show on him at 6:30. So let me finish writing them. That way I have some time to eat and take a break. Okay, US, India, Costa Rica, and many other places. Okay. I feel and take pride in what I do. I'm not perfect. I'm still growing, but this makes me happy. I like to make people happy. And I I'm working on leaving negativity at the door and praying, wow, praying for it and moving on. So I cannot guarantee you will not catch a bad honest day video. However, my raw interview videos you should watch. That's the material that I want you to see. I may not I may not statistically have the numbers, but my interviews have been over 6 years worth. Have been My interviews have been over 6 years worth. A 90 a 96% success rate. Even when there was possible awkwardness or negativity after. I gave my all and did my job. I want you to know, man, this isn't AI, but it's I shouldn't say that part. Not because I'm downplaying Grok, but because I'm doing it. I feel like this is Wheel of Fortune. It took me that long to get it. I was looking real deep into braid. I said, this woman's going to think I'm nuts if I send it right now because it says braid right here. And I'm like, how did I get braid in his brain? Um, I don't need to put that part. I don't need to put that part. I don't need to put that part. How, is that what? Oh, oh. Look at that. What's your name? Yeah, it seemed like forever and then it stopped. Let me copy and paste this. Now I could go backwards, but I'm not. I'm going to do it from the heart. Damn it. Look at everything. he got it through the but I would have did the same thing. Understood. Understood. That's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Oh, thank you. Take care. How did that end up there though? That was so weird. Okay, so moving on to here, and we have to tweak this. This is the last bit. Okay, let's read it carefully. Hello, proud patriot. I truly believe, and I put all of this, but I tweaked it and I didn't reread it. So I truly believe you would be an outstanding guest on my show. Your expertise in critical thinking, basic to having a mastery at using critical thinking skills shows in your daily life tasks. Come on. You getting on this platform, Matchmaker FM shows you have some skill set. And to add sprinkles to the cupcake, you tweak what has been given to your business career path or lethal intoxication of lethal vocabulary of where am I? Oh, where am I at? Intoxifying verbiage cause a reaction within you that cause you to turn into leadership material. I want you to personally know that I care about each of my guests' story. I feel like yours should be placed in addition to others, into my StreamYard vault. No, it starts right there. Powerful message aligns perfectly with the hearts of the Kimberly Cloud Show. A platform down. Hold on, we about to square this away. That is not true. Okay. Everything else is good. We're 7 major platforms. We're about to get this squared away now. It was me. I put that. They're only repeating what I put. 7 major platforms. We're about to get this squared away now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Where am I at? Okay. Bear with me, y'all. I'm about to put y'all back on. Okay. Oh, y'all are still on there. Good. How about this one? Good. Okay. I hope I don't sound too harsh saying that. So the people that read it should know that that is not, it's not like it's stated, it's not like what I'm saying for, like, when I say you getting on this platform, Matchmaker FM shows you have some above functional skill set. So that's not a diss. To get on here and get your pictures right, to tell a story, whether you're paying someone to do it for you, you getting your parents to do it, you getting your family to do it, you getting your friends, someone is doing it for you, but you are the mouthpiece. You have to show up. Another one. Hopefully I get him. Indian Standard Time. I think it's 12 hours and 30 minutes or 10 hours. Oh, I forgot. Oh, phooey. It's like a day ahead and they switch. It's plus, they either, it's invisible 30 minutes. to them it's real, but it's invisible. It's like once you cross that threshold, you either lose or gain 30 minutes, which throws it off. It's the only, probably not just the only, but it's the only country practically that I know of in my vocabulary that does that. That's what make it very unique. Shit. I just did it. Uh, uh, it wasn't her picture that made me do that either. It was I didn't want to see the video because you just never know who you're gonna get. I think we all have an eating disorder. We battle food all the time and we laugh at those who do it, but we do it too. Body shaming. I feel fat because I ate a whole cake. Throwing up. I don't throw up, but that's what happens with certain people. Okay, that's it. One more. One more. One more. Who will it be? Hmm. You see how they mess up on my statistics like I'm from another planet or something? So we got that. We got this. This is season 6. Hmm. Thank you, sir. And that's the next episode. So next episode is going to be on editing the Mr. Vetting footage. It's going to just be explicitly on that. It's going to be nothing else. It's just going to be that. And then I get off of here. I thought I would be done this. I said an hour ago almost. I was like, well, something may happen, like at 6:30 and stuff of that nature. And now I think I made pretty good time. So, take care of you guys, but I'm hungry. So you take care, be safe, and um, I'll be back on here. And if I don't, it'll definitely be a show, which it should be nothing. It should be nothing holding me back from that. That is easy to do. But I want a separate show. I want a token of a separate show. So yeah, it's more. Everything was important, but it's just important to seal different shows. Even though I made a promise, I'm tweaking this. you know, I have to make sure. I'm trying to squeeze it down so each show relates to each other. And I wanted to do it all together just to do it. And then what is next? So I'm like, you know what? It's just best if I do his show solo while being solo. So take care, be safe. I'll see y'all later. Bye.